YouTube, how's it going? After 2 weeks of Iron Banner, we finally have Trials back. I could not be more happy. With that being said, I wanted to share my first flawless card of the weekend because I thought it would be a great time and a great way of showing how I play, because I don't think I've ever posted anything to this point about a full flawless card on whenever I play Trials. I'm not the greatest player out there. I think I have like about a 1.5 KD at the time of this recording, so I consider myself definitely your average player. So if you just want some insight on how I think, kind of like why I'm doing certain moves, certain decisions, and anything that makes me lose at the end of the day, I'm here to show you that content here because I thought it'd be insightful coming from somebody who is your average player. Here's basically what I'm rolling. I'm rolling with Knucklehead Radar. It's such a really good comfort pick that I just have to use because it's just what I'm starting to vibe with recently again. And with that, it's really easy to pair this with like a pulse rifle, like, you know, No Time or Red Death. But I've been really enjoying Hawkmoon. Just love the one tap capability, and the damage fall off with Hawkmoon isn't that much of a concern because of the paracausal shots. If you want to see my mods, here they are. I just have the targeting, dexterity, unflinching aim, and a kinetic holster for Hawkmoon so that it regenerates ammo back to the chamber. As long as I'm not in one, it still counts and tracks your progress when it comes to your paracausal shots. For my subclass Fragments, I like running Recharge, Instinct, Feedback, and Haste, as well as my Lightning Grenade. I'll put a dim link for anybody to try this build in the description below. I also timestamped the video based on some moments I thought were worth mentioning, so if you just want to skim the video, I would definitely check the key moments. So with that being said, here's the flawless card. Alright, so during the first game, I didn't do that well. I was making some questionable decisions, but you know, it's been 2 weeks since I played Trials. I'm gonna make some decisions that aren't the greatest until I get back into the swing of things.
Only one enemy is left.
My teammate absolutely pops off here and gets a 3-piece. Props to him. Try to peek here, but I get absolutely sniped by this guy, so I have to recover some health before I try to challenge again. I'm thinking about trying to get the guy who's shooting to my right, but I didn't know that one guy just jumps and absolutely destroys me. Drang is actually a really scary weapon if you can hit all your shots, and that's exactly what happened here. So yeah, our ally is the last one left. Let's see if he can make some plays.
1 minute left, my friend. Your team is full. You can stand back up.
Lose the second round, but you know, onwards to the third. Try to get this guy and escape, but dude, I just have the worst luck when it comes to trying to get into a doorway. Like, I always hit a corner or some weird obstacle, and it prevents me from getting the cover.
Only one ally is left. 1 minute left, my friend.
All right, so I marked this guy and I know exactly where he is, so I'm gonna definitely peek on him, but I don't have that guy marked, and before I can even register what's going on, it's already too late for me. I think that's potentially a peeker's advantage there because I didn't really see the sniper until it was already too late. But yeah, it's definitely my fault. I should have been a little bit careful. But right here, I'm being reckless again. I'm going right into the sniping lane. First game, I'm gonna make some questionable decisions. Jump up here. I have AE on my side because I have decent AE with Hawkmoon as well as with Knucklehead Radar, so I can hit those shots no problem. Trying to get some paracausal shots. I managed to get 3 and sneak away, almost getting killed there. I'm switching to my shotgun because of auto-loading holster. This reloads Hawkmoon a little bit, so I have extra opportunities to get more paracausal charges. And with some good placement in my grenade and positioning, I'm able to close out the match with a nice 3-piece. Going into game 2, this is where things get a little bit better for me. Start making a little bit better plays. Managed to get 2 off the bat, which is pretty huge. Searching for the third guy. You know, these clones are probably one of the worst things for Knucklehead Radar because they mark the clone and they kind of get in the way. Alright, so we win the first round, onwards to the second. Notice that there's 2 right there. I need to be careful because I'm pretty close to dying, but me being reckless, I get into a weird predicament and somehow come out on top in this situation. I'm glad my teammate was there.
Only one enemy is left.
Yep, so we definitely close out the second round and we're gonna go into the third. Managed to get a pick here. I know there's a guy around the corner because of my radar. I know he's on strand, so I have to be careful being close to him. Trying to look for the last guy here, and he decides to go the opposite way, and my teammate gets him. Great job, teammate. All right, so I cleared the left-hand side, which is why I was able to jump onto the block, because I didn't see anybody to my left immediately going to be putting me in danger. And I managed to snag heavy. Basically, just try to find people, pick them off with it, and yeah, close out that round. I see 3 here, and I absolutely should not have survived. Somehow, I did. So I'll go ahead and try to make the most out of it. And I do by closing out the match. It was a good game, too. Pitch to stand untouched. This guy throws a grenade at me and he thinks I'm close to dying, which is why he's going to push me. I managed to get some distance between us and he kind of underestimated where I was in my positioning. I know there's a guy right here and he's trying his best to stay alive by getting on top of the boxes. I tried to slide him, but my key binding wasn't working for whatever reason. Managed to get a 2-piece and close out the round. I see a couple of radar pings here. I'm trying to get a flank on these guys so that I have an extra opportunity to pressure them while my teammates are coming in from the middle section. Managed to get 3 paracausal shots. There's a couple of people behind that block. I thought I saw a radar ping behind this wall, but it wasn't true. I noticed that the capture zone's almost there, so I need to push it or else we're gonna lose. And we somehow come out on top on this one. Alright, so there's one wrapping around us if I look at my radar right now. He's trying to flank us like I did in the previous rounds. The objective and numbers on our side, so I'm just going to chill with my team. One of us goes down, but it looks like we're able to still come out on top. I see Forerunner right here, so I need to get to cover because I'm kind of out in the open. I didn't anticipate this guy pushing me, but I should have because he knew I was one shot. So if I was behind this part of the cover, I would have been alive. But, you know, my teammates are gods anyway, so they don't even need me. So I made another reckless play here by getting on the boxes whenever there's 3 people still alive. I shouldn't have been on these boxes to begin with. Just trying to get a couple shots into this enemy here so that my teammates can finish them off, and we're able to. Teammates are going to squeeze this guy by going right, and I'm going left, and we're able to finish them off and close off the match. Getting chased by some seekers here, so I'm just gonna run away fast enough so that they just explode because they can't get to me. Here I made a mistake. I get slowed here, but I try to at least get one while I'm going down so that my teammates have a better chance of winning it. I see 1 radar ping behind us and 2 in front of me. That means 1 guy is behind us and he's by himself, so we're gonna clean him up, no problem. We have 2 left on the capture zone, so we need to play this a little bit strategically because one of our teammates just went down. My job right now, in order to win the round, is just to be close to my teammate and team shot as much as possible. I jump right here to make it look like I'm going to go over to the other side, but I remain back on my side, just so that I play a little bit of mind games with my opponent. So it's a 1v1 now. My opponent swung out because he thought he got the res when he really didn't. So he's getting the res now, and I need to do something or else I'm going to lose the 2v1. Managed to get him with my strike and come out on top, but I think this guy is lacking a bunch, so maybe this is also what made me survive. If our teammate goes down here, I need to play with my teammate as much as possible. There's at least 1 guy to my left, but he's not shooting at me, so I noticed that he's AFK. We deal with him, and I'm trying to build as many paracausal shots as much as possible in order to one-shot one of the opponents. We're losing the point, and if we don't push soon, we're going to lose. So I tried my best to get this guy, and I managed to get him. However, there's 1 guy left. I just need 2 more paracausal shots in order to one-tap him. It's overkill because by the time I get it, he's already one shot. So I see there's at least 1 enemy to my left, in front of me, and to my right. I make the mistake here because I think there's 1, but there's actually 2 opponents here. Should have used my strike instead, and I might have at least got 1 opponent. So I see 1 opponent here, but he's a little closer than I anticipated, and I kind of panicked by just jumping all over the place. I'm also hunted, so he knows exactly where I am right now. I just saw my radar to my left that it looks like it's flashing, meaning I think somebody's crouching. See how he's like being pinged? Like right now he's off and he's on. I think he's crouching. So what I'm gonna do, use my shotgun to kill him.
Opponent revived. one enemy is left.
My opponent is hurt here, and I try to get him with my Tempest Strike, but I don't get him. I think there's one really close to the opening of the entrance as well. Can't see this guy, so I try to push him, but he's already dead by the time I'm able to help my teammate. Trying to prioritize the res here. It looks like my teammate is kind of on a vendetta path here. He just pushes the enemy without any help. I'm not sure how I lost this, but at least we traded, so it makes it a little bit easier for my teammate.
Ally is left. Your ally is back in the fight. You are back in the fight.
So this whole round, I haven't seen the third guy, so it only leads me to believe that he could be AFK or kind of saving and building super so that he doesn't let us get super. But no, he was AFK, which is unfortunate. I get my super, and I'm just going to try to close out the match. I got two opponents in front of me, and I managed to get two of them. I still think that there's the third one in spawn, but he's actually right behind me, if you can see on my radar. But my teammates get him, and we close out the fourth game. Jumping into the fifth game, I throw a grenade to try to get somebody weakened, but I managed to get this guy instead. I jump over because I see a guy behind his shield, and he's actually just gonna full send it to my teammate here. Managed to win it though, which is nice. This next section's a little weird. I see a swarm grenade right in front of me. I only have one thing to do, and it's run right through it, because if I run behind me, I'm gonna jump off the map. But I managed to survive somehow. Well, almost. My teammates got this. They went around for us. So I managed to 3-tap this guy, which is good. I have 3 paracausal shots. However, I make a fatal mistake. Injured in the last duel. I should have got my health back before I challenged the guy who killed me.
One enemy is left.
Because of that, it cost me another death, which is unfortunate, and it eventually causes us to lose the whole entire round because of my one mistake.
One enemy is left. 1 minute left, my friend.
So the capture zone's right behind me, which means my opponents didn't challenge this way. So that means I'm going to sneak up behind them and try to get a pick. Managed to get one guy, and there's only one guy left, but I get baited. I'm one shot, but I saw an orb of power there, and with my 2 mods, I was going to get health and a shield back, and I got a little greedy there. So I know about one opponent right now, and it looks like he's going towards the middle. He could be wrapping around this right now, because if you see the radar, there's at least one guy wrapping around. I managed to 3-tap this guy, which felt really nice. 2 charges away from being able to 1-tap right now. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen, because this guy right here is the last alive, and I just managed to 1-tap him anyways. 66, 76, 79. Kind of insane what paracausal does for this gun. It just makes it amazing when it comes to range fall off. I'm kind of playing foolish by being in this position because I have no cover. If I try to run to a cover, I'm probably dead within less than a second if my opponent's really good at shooting. So I see that I tracked this guy. I know he's one shot, and I'm gonna just close out the match by pushing him. All right, heading into game 6, I'm able to get 2 shots on this guy and start building my paracausal shots. This is the rough reality of a low recovery main here. So after I use my grenade, I just need to hit at least 1 headshot in order for the guy to die. I know there's 2 opponents left, but I don't know where the second one is. So I kind of panic after my strike because I'm in the air and I see him. And that's how I go down. It's unfortunate, but you know, I was out of position. I didn't expect 3 people to be here, so I hop off this platform as fast as possible and try to just get another peek to see if they're still there. So I managed to survive just barely, but kind of puts us at a disadvantage because 2 of my teammates are dead. I know one's gonna jump over this, but I'm not fast enough to get the headshot, so we lose this round. So I'm wrapping around through our spawn because I know it's safe, and both my teammates are here. I'm gonna try to meet back up with them. I think my teammate gets a pick, which is pretty huge. So I'm just gonna hold this angle to see if anybody peeks, or if my teammates start challenging, I'm gonna back them up. So I die here, and what I should have done is backwards dodged towards safety instead of going straight into the opponent. Our morale going into the next round's a little low, but all we need is one good round for our momentum to start changing. Managed to get one guy, which is pretty huge, and a second one. One guy has heavy, but I'm not sure if the guy I just killed is the one with heavy. It turns out it wasn't, but I somehow survived. And that's exactly what our team needed. You know the opponent is behind these boxes. I'm trying to just get headshots as much as possible to weaken them and build up some stacks. I have 5 stacks, I just need one more.
1 minute left.
I get it, but then I miss because I accidentally shoot the freaking scaffolding. Really appreciate this next part here because it looks like my teammate read exactly what I was trying to do. He pushes in with his arc ability like me, and we're both able to get it to be a 2v1 and finish off the round. So one of our teammates goes down here. I'm gonna be as close as I can to my teammate so that we can potentially win this round. I'm really close to getting the one shot, and I get it. I miss, but that's not gonna prevent me from trying to kill this guy anyways. So we're able to close it out, and now it's a tied game. Coming back. So this is the round where I kind of feel like the opponents are feeling the effects of us coming back. I managed to get 3 paracausal shots, swap to my special so I start building back some ammo, and I get 5 shots now. I just need 3 more shots in order to get the 1 tap. I see my teammate here is in trouble, and I'm trying my best to just help him, and they managed to secure the kill, which is great. I see my teammates distracting the opponents, so I'm going to try to get a little flank and try to get a pick. Managed to hurt some opponents, but still haven't gotten anything out of it. One pushes us trying to kill me, and my opponent has my back because I'm just trying to do my best to survive. I notice I get my super, and I'm just going to send it and try to close out the match. And I get a double piece. Alright, heading into Lighthouse match. This is where I can kind of get into my head sometimes, and it's in your best interest to try to be as calm and collected as you can and not make any mistakes like I'm already trying to do. But yeah, biggest thing is just remain calm and play exactly how you've been playing because you've made it this far, something's been going right. Unless you're extremely lucky like this guy where he just did not look up. But yeah, doing my best to just help my teammates. One of them goes down. I managed to get 1 weak here, but he runs back into cover. They're playing smart here by playing next to each other. I need to kill at least 1 or else I'm going to put my teammate in a bad position. I managed to get 1, so it's even, and managed to tie, which is interesting. I notice I don't have my strike, so I'm going to dodge to get it back. This will be useful here because it's a perfect spot to use it. I notice I see at least 2, and I heard a couple with my strike. So I need to be really careful here because there's at least 2 behind that shield with overshields.
Only 1 enemy is left. 1 minute left.
One of our teammates goes down here, so I'm going to try my best to just get his res. But it looks like the opponent is trying to wrap around to get a revive, so I'm just going to keep an eye on these. Missed my shot, but I'm still able to follow up with my hand cannon and secure the kill. Just trying to keep an off angle here so that I can help my teammate. It looks like he's trying to push from the other side. I have one marked with 4 paracausal shots, so I need to get out of here because I'm going to die from these swarm grenades if I don't. And at least get somebody with the 1 tap, which felt really great. And I see 1 guy still tracked, but I'm losing the capture zone here. I need to do something. Doing my best to just get him off that point, and it looks like I'm not able to secure anything except right here. Now, it's not a win, but at least I'll get some super from it. I notice my teammate is pushing here. I'm just going to do my best to have his back, and we're able to secure at least 1 kill. Meanwhile, our teammate on the other side is able to get 1 too. Heavy is free, which is quite nice, and we're able to start pinching this guy right here. I get 1 shot into this guy and try to wrap around and help my teammate because it looks like he's shooting at something. Don't anticipate this guy being there, so now I need to reheal. And I pass the time by pressing the sprint button a lot of times. Alright, let's see if we can secure somebody. We're not able to get that guy, but we get a couple shots in him. I have 1 shot left, so I should probably reload because I'm not going to get the 1 tap. Teammates are beasts, dude. They managed to secure that round for us. I'm able to secure this kill that my teammate had going. And try to Tempest Strike this guy all the way in the back, which made no sense. But yep, that's greed right there. That's a mistake on my end. Leads to one of our allies going down as well. There's only one guy left.
Left, my friend.
Our teammate has no time to explain on right now, and looks like he's got the perk activated, so he can pretty much kill anything that stands in his way as long as he hits his shots. And looks like he's demonstrating that right now. He's able to kill all 3 of the enemies with the perk activated. It's such a good perk. He's gonna push in, which is good because if I collect his orbs, I'll have my super for next round. He generates 3 orbs, and I'm able to get my super from it. I'm trying my best not to pop my super too early until I see at least one opponent. I see that there's 2 on my radar, and I'm gonna go in. I managed to get 2 off the activation and killed the last one. And that is GG's, and it secures us the Lighthouse Game, which is also really cool because I share it with my teammate who also got granted passage to the Lighthouse. So this was my post commentary on my first flawless card of the Trials weekend. I hope my rambling helped give you some insight on what I was thinking at the time. If you liked the video, I would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. This has been a video by Spheres, and I'll see you in the next video.